Hey YouTube, Dan Ottawa here, the best 3rd/4th tier Pokemon Go battler in the world. And today I'm coming at you with a team, my second team for Tryhard, but it's actually coming on Monday because I posted the video yesterday for two reasons. One, I didn't have really anything to post that day, but two, and more importantly, the Walrein stats came out, and it basically is a Body Slam clone, which means that it is going to be an extremely strong meta Pokemon. So the team that I posted yesterday won't have as much play anymore because it's just so strong. Like if you want to use the team yesterday, you need to use a variation. So I would take out Trevenant and put in Umbreon, and I would take out Swampert and I would put in Politoed, right? Because then you would at least resist you would at least resist the ice type moves there. So that's how I modified yesterday's team. But let's talk about today's team. Today's team is a very, 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 very meta team. Stunfisk, Sableye, Azu, obviously super meta. I'm going to go over a ton of battles. I went 11-4 with this team, so it's a super strong team. Almost going back to my highest ELO on the season. But when you go to PV Poke right now, and before I get into it, I want to talk about this. When you go to PV Poke right now, it has Walrein beating all three of these Pokemon. And so I did an analysis. So there's two things that were wrong with that analysis. The first was the stats on them. So I ran the stats with a bait. So this first one includes the bait. The first thing I will note, you need to run Play Rough on Azu or you lose 100%, right? So if you're going to run Azu in the future, I think you either go Play Rough Hydro Pump or Ice Beam Play Rough, because you cannot run Ice Beam Hydro Pump like I am today, because then you will just get destroyed there. So this is with maxed out stats. So the best stat products for these three Pokemon and the best stat products for Walrein. And even with the bait, Galarian Stunfisk with the Rock Slides and Azu with the Play Rough will win, even when they're baiting. You lose the Sableye matchup. But if you take the bait off, like if you correctly call an Earthquake on Sableye, you flip all three matchups. So this team can deal with Walrein. And I actually built my team coming tomorrow. I actually built and played with before Walrein came out, and it's a team that beats Walrein, and it did well in the Open too. So I'm going to showcase that tomorrow. So I'm coming at you with a couple teams that can beat it, because I know every single person, probably even before this comes out, there's going to be Guarantee Yonkis, Guarantee Help Slice Henry, probably a couple others are going to showcase how strong it is. And I'm just here to show you this team can beat it, and my team tomorrow can beat it. So stay tuned for those. But let's talk about this team. There's not much to talk about. Stunfisk, they're all one of the best. Sableye is your best, pretty much the best safe swap in this league. Azu's been top 5 since like season 1, because this is like a maxed out 1-14-15. So I got that. All three to a certain extent can deal with your Galarian Stunfisk and Bastiodon cores. You got Stunfisk for the Flyers. You have Azu for the Flyers to a certain extent. Like Charmers, Stunfisk will do that. Sableye will deal with everything from Jellicent to Trevenant. So team strong, obviously is strong. Let's just see how I run with it. So basically, mirror match lead. Mirror match leads are the worst thing in the world, because it is one, dependent on whether you can sneak a move in. So we both tried to sneak a move in. And two, whether you bait and get it called or not called. So I decided to bait, they call it. So that's great. And I snuck in a fast move there. So not only did so I'm one fast move ahead, plus they called my bait, and they threw the Earthquake. So I'm many, many moves ahead now. Probably like 3 or 4 ahead. So even if they shield this and try and go Rock Slide, so they do shield, which is fine. If they try and bait me with the Rock Slide, I snuck it in there. I can do one more and get the Earthquake. Is this the one that they catch? Because someone made it fantastic. Yeah, it's this one. Don't know how you were counting. Amazing counting. Catch the Earthquake on the Skarmory. So that was amazing. I'm going to farm up here and throw the Rock Slide, because what I want them to do is I either want to get up to like 100 energy, force them to throw a Brave Bird here, or get out and get some energy on my Azu, so that if the Stunfisk comes back in, I can take it out. So they are going to hit me with a Brave Bird, even though we CMP. So this, right now, they played extremely well here, because they are going to almost take me out. We do CMP. pissed off because they're playing really, really well right now. The catch, you basically minimize my Stunfisk. The good news is they're already in the yellow here, so I can come in just as you and go straight bubble here. And they come in with Venusaur. So I'm going to chip this as much as I can now. Venusaur is a little tricky for this team, for sure. I only got lucky here because I can come in there here. It's going to take 2 frenzies to take me out because one does not take you out, and these claws are adding up, so they're going to have to throw the second frenzy. By that time, they're low enough that I can take them out with the bubbles. So I just go for the full farm down because I think that they have to throw the second, and if not, I get a bubble in through and get a head on energy on my Azu. So that's why I played that. 1 Earthquake will not take me out, even if they have it here. And then I go bubble, I think Ice Beam, and then a couple more bubbles to take them out. Because they're already pretty low, so I'm like, I think an Ice Beam will take them out. And they throw Rock Slide here because they knew I was not getting to the Ice Beam. So good catch on their part. Still managed to win just because the team is just, it's really strong. Like, you know what you're getting here, right? So let's go over the weaknesses. You know, Jellicent, Sableye can take, everything can take her 1. So this was a brutal lead. And this is not amazing because these Hydro Cans are going to add up pretty quickly here. But what also adds up quickly are these Shadow Claws and Foul Plays. So let the first one go because I know I can take 1. We do CMP here, which is good because this will probably put it super low if they let it go. They do not let it go. They know they're going to get another one off. I know I'm going to get another one off. So they CMP again. I question their CMP attempts to tie here. Because now, like, I know they can get to a next one before me, but these claws have already significantly moved them down, so they got to throw here. So I could shield and take switch, but in my case, your hardest Galarian Stunfisk counter is out of the way. I can now just come in here and bubble all the way down. If they have Sludge, I'll just shield it up because they're not going to get to Hydro and Sludge. And they do throw the Sludge, so that's good. And out comes the Stunfisk. I now have the Hydro. So this is the only problem if you were running this team without the Hydro Pump. You can only throw the Ice Beams, which is fine. You can just go double Ice Beam, double and bubble all the way down. At this point, I will just let this go. Well, I have to let it go. I don't have a shield. Take this will only do about 50%. I can just bubble all the way down here. Have a move coming out of this. Let's see what they want to come back in with. And there's still Switch Lock because that was a pretty quick takeout there. So it is the Skarmory. So I'm going to hit this with the Hydro, do as much chip damage as I can, come in with the Stunfisk and get ahead on energy, and don't throw, right? Because the only thing that I'm worried about is it is dry on energy, so I don't need to worry about too much, but the only thing I need to worry about is the Swampert coming back in and hitting me with the Hydro. So as long as I have one Rock Slide to take this out, no problem. They're not going to take out a half health Stunfisk who's ahead on energy. So easy there despite the tough lead. So this one's a good lead, finally. And they come with Azu. So Azu is tough on his own because, most probably aren't running Hydro Pump, quite honestly. I think most run Ice Beam Play Rough now, and I think more are going to run Ice Beam Play Rough in the future. So I'm able to chip this, and then I come in here because I chipped it enough that even though I have Hydro Pump and their head on energy, I should be able to take it out. I think this game, if I remember, there's a lot of jumping around here. So I build up a lot. I throw the Hydro. It's not enough, obviously, to take it out because it's resisted. And then I think I just go try and get to the Ice Beam to take this out. One Play Rough, I don't think it takes me out, but I think I maybe shield just to keep alignment. Do I shield? Yeah. I shield, keep alignment because I have my Stunfisk that could take out Altaria. So I'd rather just burn a shield, keep alignment. I can probably still get to another Ice Beam here and force a shield from Altaria. So that's good. And then it'll come down to what's in the back. So they come in with the Altaria. I don't think they're going to get to a move before I get to Ice Beam. They may just go for the full farm down here, but I don't know if you're going to get it because it's resisted Dragon Breath on my Fairy typing. So I think they're probably going to have to throw, and I think they realize that that's not going to happen. So they'll dump some energy, which is fine. Come in with Stunfisk. I'm just waiting out. I think the timer's already done, and out comes a Machamp. So I pretty hard countered this team. That seemed fast. I wasn't counting. I was just like, oh, this game's over. And then I was like, is that a rock slide? And so I wasn't counting. So that almost cost me this game. I think they do get to a rocks, or do they go double cross chop here if I remember? Yeah, I think they go double cross chop, and I was confused why, but it did add up, right? So there's 2 resisted cross chops, and I shielded 1, and I'm already in the red. So the champ is putting in some work there. And do I get to move? No, but I have... Oh yeah, this game's actually closer than I expected it to be. Because they do get to 2 moves. I think 1 Sky Attack, 1 Moonblast. But I do manage to win. What I'm expecting is, besides Yonkis and Home Slice and probably other 2 or 3 other creators to do a Walrein. Look how strong this Pokemon is. I fully expect to see more fighters. You will see Scrafty much more, in my opinion. All the fighters, quite is honestly. I think you're going to see Medicham. I think you're going to see Scrafty. Maybe Vigoroth back as a safe swap. So I think you're going to see a lot more fighters to deal with that. So another bad lead here. Got to get out. Sableye is a great safe swap. And out comes the Bastiodon. So this is why I actually love Sableye as a safe swap. There's not much besides just like a full out Charmer. There's not much that really, really like destroys it. So in this matchup, I'll get to the third foul play unless they throw. Even if they do throw, I may shield and try and grab another shield back, because these claws are adding up. It's slow going to get to the move. I can claw significantly. I'm almost at the 2 back-to-back foul plays here. So I think they either, well, probably like me and don't count and don't know the counts. I get this off, they shield, and I get to another move. So this is great because I'm just going to grab both shields or grab switch. Because they have such a good matchup on the front, I expect them to not give up switch there, which is fine because they have the flamethrower, which does hurt, but it's a non-stab from a Bastiodon, so it doesn't do like a ton of damage. I mean, it's not insignificant, but you know, for a super effective move, I'm still in the green. And I try and get to the Earthquake. I do because I didn't know the full moves. It's a Hydro and something. So I just want to do so much chip damage. I catch the move on the Azu, so there goes a bunch of their energy. Resisted. Out comes... I've got a shield. Oh, out comes a Talonflame. Not even using Incinerate. So this game is over. So I've had 3 positive days in a row. Yesterday, today, this video, and the one I'm going to showcase tomorrow. But again, I'm around the 25, 2600, and I'm usually at like 29/legend by now. So I don't know if like I'm just like playing people of less caliber, or I mean, these teams are good because they're just like super meta, super strong teams. But I think some of my play should probably be more advanced than these people. I lose the game right here because I said like a Vic, or I expected to get to the move. I was at the move, didn't register, even though they got a full move through. They're going to take me out way too much here. So Grass, Venusaur, Vic are hard counters. The thing is now, though, if Walrein's going to be everywhere, do you need to worry about that at all? Because if you expect Walreins to be on 80% of the teams now, right? Or counter Walrein of like, I don't think I would expect as many Shadow Vicks and Venusaurs anymore, because you're probably just going to get, well, Walreins half water, half ice. So they do get significantly outpaced here, but I don't think it's probably worth it in the ending for them to run those teams. Like if I was running Walrein, I would so you're weak to fighter, right? So you know Scrafty's coming. Vigoroth maybe. Like I said, my team here deals with it. My team tomorrow, I'll give you a heads up. One of them is Jellicent. Jellicent deals with it because they can only throw the earthquakes. So there's a lot that can deal with it. I was thinking that you maybe want to run like a Trevenant core with it, because But you know what? Like, you don't really have a water move for like a fire. Like, if a fire comes in, you can only throw the earthquake, which you get to the earthquake pretty quickly. So it wouldn't be a terrible matchup. And there's not a ton of fire, but like, if a Talonflame comes in, that would, I mean, you can hit for neutral because it's half flying, but it would otherwise rip you apart. Um, so yeah, I'm interested to see what the cores are. I haven't played with it yet because like I said, I've got a couple. I've got this team and I got one more team coming tomorrow. But maybe I'll use it if it is as strong. But I too think that like people, you're gonna be in two camps. You're either gonna use it or you're gonna counter it. Like those are two ways. So I lost the lead there. Go into my safe swap. They do hit me with a weather ball, but a weather ball's not a super strong move, even from a shadow. And I'm ahead on energy. I think this is just a rock slide. But I shield anyways because I think I can grab another shield back with all these claws and foul plays. And that's fine because then this is within bubble range. Can they get to another move? I can't. Am I going to go for switch? Probably not. Rock slide does not take me out, so I bank the move. So I bank the foul play. Come in here. Know this is going to be an earthquake. Not that I know. It's probably going to be an earthquake. So I do shield that up, and that's a good shield there. And they come in with Bastiodon. And I guess they assume that most do run Ice Beam play rough. Not me. So I get the one off. It is pretty low. I have to try to commit to the farm down here. Because I need energy coming out of this. So one Stone Edge doesn't take me out. The problem is I'm at 100 energy, and I don't think I'm going to be able to bubble down fully without taking another move. So I just throw that, bank that energy, come in here, snipe with this. So I have some energy there. I have some energy on the Azu. Out comes the Politoed. It is pretty... Politoed's somewhat glassy in the Great League, plus it's a shadow. So I bait the rock slide. I don't think I'm going to get to another move, so I'm just going to throw the rock slide here. I think this is an earthquake and it's going to take me out. It does. Oh, it does not take me out. 1 HP, which is huge. So this rock slide will take it out. Not take it out, but it'll chip it enough. Do I have the move on Sableye? I don't want to test that. I have the move on Sableye. I think this is within Ice Beam range. Come in, Ice Beam this. The weather balls aren't going to take me out, so they need to go for another earthquake. It does take them out. And rock slide will not take me out here, I don't think, because I am a maxed out 114-15. Rock slide does not take me out. There you go. So I had to jump around all bad lead, bad switch, bad, like everything. So managed to work around pretty well. So here is a good lead. Sableye is the safe swap. Azu still a pretty good punish. This is always a little tricky because you don't want them to get the return off on you, because if they get the return, so I do shield up the return, and that's a good shield. Because if they land the return on you, they can probably just go claw foul play and force another shield off you from that perspective. So I'd rather just do Shadow Claws. Sorry. I would rather just shield the return, hoping that they don't bait right away. I've seen some people bait right away. It's a good play. But if they don't bait right away, that's fine. And you can keep switch. And grab one shield back. They are going to be able to farm down all the way here, which is not great. I don't even get to an Ice Beam. At best, they can throw a couple Weather Balls here. So Weather Balls aren't going to hurt me too much here. The Charms are resisted, so they need to get out of here quick. And it is a Coffagrigus. So this is... I think I'm able to outpace the 2. I don't want to take a Shadow Ball or anything, so I shield. It is a Shadow Ball. I claw down a bunch. I throw the foul play, which is good. I think I get to the second foul play before they get to a move here. No, they let it go, and I think that cost them, because now I'm at a return. And they need to shield this, but they don't because they can't let the rock slide go through. So they don't shield this, hit them with a return for the win. So I think they probably need to shield that and try and get to a move, but I don't know if they thought they can get to a move. So Altaria here, Registeel comes in. And I was like, I guess this is my best option for Registeel. So I go for the bait first, thinking that they will shield up a Earthquake, and they do shield it up. I'm assuming this can be a Focus Blast, so I'm going to shield it up. I don't need to worry about getting out of this matchup and saving this for the Altaria, because I have an Azu, which will deal with Altaria just fine. So hit it with the Earthquake. They let it go. I was worried about the Focus Blast here, and I'm like, let's just keep a full health Azu. I mean, GFisk. It is just a Flash Cannon, so that's a waste of a shield. Out comes the Trevenant. So this is not great. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to Rock Slide once. I'm probably going to Rock Slide again, because this does about 50%. Rock Slide again to force a shield, and the Altaria comes in. So this will do some chip damage here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to build up all the way to another Rock Slide to have a move to throw at it. I'm going to bank it and come in with the Azu here, because I don't need to worry about the Dragon Breath. I don't really need to worry about the Sky Attacks and Dazzling Gleam or Moonblast, because it's going to take more than 2 to take me out. And the Trevenant's the only thing I need to worry about. So I need to build up as much as I can, which is only one more bubble after this. You can try undercharging. I don't really know how to like accurately undercharge. So I think I just go for the full. Let's just take this out, because the Trevenant's going to come in. I can force to throw right away, because I'm also going to get to the Ice Beam, and I get to the Ice Beam. So they do not shield. So that's great. So now they're going to have to shield. They're just going for the full, get a ton of energy. So I have two options here. I think my best option is, because they still probably have a Shadow Ball, but if I can come in and claw this a couple times, only like 2 times is what I need. They throw right away. One Shadow Ball is not going to take me out. So I'm going to go claw as much as I can. They're going to need to throw, and then I'm like, no, they are dry on energy because they just went back to back. So let's just snipe this with the Rock Slide for the win. There. So you can get around Trevenant and those people. So that is a team. Again, I still think this works against Walrein. I haven't tested it yet, but as long as you, even in the bait game, you can still win a couple, because Rock Slide's super effective. You need to run Play Rough on your Azu, and even Sableye like charges pretty fast. So even if it is a bait, actually I think Morwings will probably just go straight. I think it almost makes sense just to go straight Icicle Sphere, Spear, whatever the move they're getting is. Anyways, that's the team. I will showcase my other team tomorrow, which is super strong, that will beat Walrein as well. And I'm going to keep going with different teams till I can hopefully hit expert or higher in the Great League. So that's it. Try hard teams coming at you. I probably will do Walrein just once, unless I see it 90% of the time, and then I will do a counter team and just go straight counter teams, because that's one of the ways you team build, right? You either run with the meta or you run counter meta. So yeah, that's it. Thanks for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one.